said into the phone, and held his breath. But it wasn't the voice of his wife Maggie on the other end of the line with the bad news. "Sheriff Flint Cahill?" a man asked with a West Indies accent. He glanced up to see that Betty was gone. He began to breathe a little easier. "Yes, how may I help you?" "I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. Your brother Cyrus Cahill?" "Yes." He sat up a little straighter, holding the phone tighter. "He has disappeared and believed to have gone overboard." "Gone overboard?" Flint repeated, thinking he must have heard wrong. "Yes, he has fallen off the cruise ship he was on." Flint shook his head. "I'm sorry. Who did you say you were?" "The police commissioner here on the island of St. Augusta in the Caribbean." He felt a surge of relief. Was this some kind of scam call? "I'm afraid there's been a mistake. My brother is nowhere near the Caribbean. Why don't you give me your number and I'll call you right back?" That usually took care of the scam calls. "Of course." The man gave him a number, taking Flint by surprise. If this was some trick to extort money. He ran a quick internet search before dialing the number, which appeared to be from the island of St. Augusta in the Caribbean. Flint couldn't imagine what was going on. Was it possible Cyrus's identity had been stolen? The police commissioner answered on the third ring. "I know this must come as shocking news." "Shocking, yes, since my brother is on his way home from Denver, Colorado." Cyrus had gone down to look at a bull he was considering buying for the family ranch. "The last place he would be is on a cruise in the Caribbean. But if someone is using his name—" "Perhaps this will clear everything up," the man said. "I can email you a photograph taken on the ship after the couple was married by the captain." He almost laughed. There was definitely a mistake. Cyrus married, let alone on a cruise ship in the Caribbean? Flint gave him his email address and waited. Moments later, an email popped up on his computer. He opened the link from St. Augusta's police department, assuring himself that this mistake would be rectified quickly once he... Flint felt all the breath rush from his lungs. In the photograph, Cyrus was wearing a tuxedo. He had his arm around an attractive blonde in an emerald green gown. Both were smiling at the camera. In the background was a turquoise blue sea. Closer was the name of the ship, the majestic goddess of the Caribbean. Chapter 2. "Cyrus isn't dead," AJ cried. "He's not!" She would have felt it if that was true, but at the same time she questioned why she wouldn't have also felt it when he'd married some woman he'd just met. She pushed that thought away. All she knew was that her heart assured her Cyrus was alive. "If he fell overboard, then he's still in the water? He knows how to swim, right?" Flint nodded. He'd called everyone together at the Stagecoach Saloon his brother Darby and sister Lily owned before it was to open for the day. Now it wouldn't be opening at all today. Flint's brothers Tucker, Hawk, and Darby were there along with Billy D. the cook, who'd become as much a part of the family as AJ herself. "His fall was caught on a ship surveillance camera," the sheriff said. "They're sure it was him?" Tucker asked. "The photo is grainy, but it's him," Flint said. She shook her head, fighting tears. This couldn't be happening. She'd been so excited about him coming back today. How could he have fallen off a cruise ship? He'd gone to Denver to buy a bull. What would have possessed him to take a Caribbean cruise, let alone get married? How was that possible? He hadn't been gone that long. Something was very wrong with all of this. "What was he doing on that ship?" Hawk demanded. He and Cyrus worked Cahill Ranch together. He's never talked about going on a cruise, far from it. And to get married? I agree with AJ. Something's wrong with all this. Could he have lost his mind, or... You're sure the wedding photo was real? Flint sighed. He'd made copies, no doubt, because he knew the family wouldn't believe it any more than he did. He handed them out, the room going deathly quiet. AJ's hand shook as she took hers. There was no doubt it was Cyrus standing next to a tall, slinky blonde in an emerald dress. "Did your brother take his tuxedo when he went to Denver?" she asked.